Sorry about that, folks. We had a little bit of a vision in the wrong direction. I'm here at Adelaide Convention Centre on Kaurna country. Extinction Rebellion South Australia is here to just make a bit of a presence. And as I said, we are on beautiful Kaurna country, which has never been ceded. And we acknowledge the elders past and present, custodians of this land. Extinction Rebellion South Australia. I've just got a new message on my screen. And there we go. Oh, why do they change things on Facebook? I think something's gone wrong with the stream in the wrong angle. I'm going to finish and start again. Sorry. Take two. We're here at Adelaide Convention Centre on Kaurna country, which has never been ceded. Extinction Rebellion this morning is making our presence felt at Adelaide Convention Centre in the heart of Adelaide. And why are we here? We're here because in a little while there is going to be a conference at the Convention Centre. So what's the problem with that? The problem with that is this conference is for the Asia Pacific oil and gas industry. This conference is for the Asia Pacific Petroleum Engineer Association organisation. This conference is being held at the Adelaide Convention Centre despite the fact that the South Australian government has declared a climate emergency. We do not think it's okay that this conference is being held here, contrary to the beliefs that we're really in a crisis and action is needed now. Beautiful banner here from our lovely rebels. Climate action now. Another problematic thing is that Santos is a major sponsor of this conference. Lots of beautiful banners being put into place. So let's just have a look. Hi, Randy. So, the Tour Down Under, which will be happening next year, January. Major sponsor, Santos. Fossil fuels across the earth.
Grandchildren, the planet and all living species. We're the radical ones. They're the fanatical extremists meeting in there. We're the normal, rational people understanding the science. They are the dangerous radicals, not us. The science is clear. End fossil fuel now. 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 End fossil.
Thank you, Glenn. Lovely to see you. Thank you for your beautiful message. Great turnout today. Planet before profit. And I think this is one of the important things to have a little chat about. And this is a uni student's climate justice sign. Planet Before Profit. So, as we said, this conference is a very big greenwash exercise by the petroleum industry. They are having all sorts of very, very interesting sessions, and on the surface of it, it does look great. They're talking about how to be sustainable and going on into the future. But the point is, there is no future for burning fossil fuels. There is no future for coal and gas as a major energy source. There is no future to continue digging these substances out of the ground and burning them. Santos is going to be having a great session on carbon capture, which they say is going to be the answer to everything, using the carbon capture technology, storing of carbon dioxide underground and so on. There is yet to be any evidence that this actually works. It's a failed technology, still being spruiked by Santos. The message is clear. Robin? I think we're going to be having a few speeches in a minute. Decarbonise. CCS is a pack of lies. So it's not just me saying it. Beautiful scene, early morning sun. Not quite 8 o'clock in Adelaide. Great space.
I should say a few words again, a little bit similar to the footbridge, just because there might be some more people here to capture it. So I just want to say that while these fossil fuel petroleum engineers, fossil fuel executives, their marketing spin doctors and consultants, they're all in there on the other side now, registering, probably eating fancy pastries, and dreaming about these 3 days to come where they're all going to give their presentations and justify the existence and the expansion of their toxic oil and gas industry. And we know that that industry is disrupting life on Earth as we know it. And that's why we're here to disrupt right back. Let me hear you. We're Extinction Rebellion and we refuse to be bystanders. Yeah, we're here to disrupt right back at this conference. We're also here in solidarity with First Nations people, and as you know, the Tiwi Islanders recently won a court case against Santos for not giving proper consultation, and that's typical of this industry. All our favourite climate criminals are here today. Woohoo! We've got Santos. Boom! We've got Woodside Energy. We've got Beach Energy, Chevron, Shell, Halliburton, Pertamina from Indonesia, Petronas from Malaysia, companies from China, Japan, all over. They are all here, the big players, and that's why we're here too, bright and early, to unwelcome them to our fair city, because they are fanatical extremists
Their activities will lead to extinction of life on Earth as we know it. And that's a reality. That's a reality we all see. And that's why we're all here. Before work, a lot of us. As I said before, the theme of this conference is a joke. Leading a sustainable future of accessible and responsible energy. Is that what you think they're doing in there? No, they're talking, and you can see from the sessions, they're talking about how to inject life into a dying industry and continue extracting mega profits until ecosystems and society completely collapse. We're here to resist those dangerous radicals who want to do that. And we're also here to say that CCS is what? A crock of... Yes, it is. It's not a technology that can be used in any way to justify these massive new extraction projects like Scarborough, what's planned for the Beetaloo, the Barossa gas project. They cannot use this technology, unproven at scale, to justify continuing, their activities. And as for the South Australian Parliament, who recently declared a climate emergency, well, good on you, but why become a principal partner and use this venue for this toxic event? Completely hypocritical. We want a conference that plans to end fossil fuels now, don't we? That's what we want our taxes spent on. So we are here as the rational people, the conscientious protectors of the planet and all living species. We're here because we love humanity. We're here in hope and we're here in anger. We're here because the science is clear, and I don't need to tell you about that. We know we need to end fossil fuels now, and the first step is to stop new projects at whatever stage of process they happen to be at. So let's make a bit more noise and then we might try something new. Does anyone else want to speak? I know there's people here from other groups today who might want to say a few words. Let's have a few more chants. If you do want to say some words, come up and have a chat to me. Let's try a new one. No more gas, no more oil. Keep the carbon in the soil. No more gas, no more oil. Keep the
Hi Jay, thanks for tuning in.
No more gas, no more oil.
Fantastically noisy down here today. And I know there are lots of chants and songs planned. Hi, Chris. Well, just for anybody new watching, and if you haven't, I'm losing my microphone here. There we go. You haven't read the description at the front of this. Just like to remind everybody, hopefully you can hear me above all the chanting, that we're here today, Extinction Rebellion, South Australia, excuse me, outside the Adelaide Convention Centre, because right now there is setting up inside, getting ready to the opening session, is a conference of the Asia Pacific oil and gas industry. It is their big showcase conference, and they are there to show that they are leading a sustainable future of accessible and responsible energy. lovely bit of spin there. What they're really doing, hi Sarah, what they're really doing is trying to sustain a dying industry for as long as possible.
Keep it in the ground. Keep it in the ground.
It is no good trying to see how much every last drop of oil and gas can be dragged out of the ground. As a chance of saying, keep it in the ground. We need to stop burning fossil fuels. End fossil fuels now. It is not acceptable. We are right now in a climate emergency. It is not getting better. If action isn't taken, strong action isn't taken on climate to halt the accelerating change, then we are in for very, very bad times ahead. Right now, we're having horrendous flooding in Victoria. Terrible things happening. We have been having, again, New South Wales is in strife. It's been month after month after month of flooding happening in New South Wales. Queensland has been suffering too. It's nice to see we've got some news media here. Nice and time for breakfast TV. So the Society of Petroleum Engineers Asia Pacific have putting on this conference. Its major sponsor is Santos, local company to Adelaide, of whom we are not proud. We've also got the state government of South Australia as a major partner of this conference, which is really quite mind-boggling because they have declared a climate emergency. Not only has the federal government declared a climate emergency, our state government has, but what is happening? Not enough. Nothing. We need strong action now. And some of the astounding facts is that the industries have known about this for decades. This is not a thing that has suddenly been realised or suddenly been discovered. Just like the tobacco industry that kept saying smoking's good for you, the fossil fuel industry has known about this catastrophic use of fuels. Let's go and hear what Robin's got to say.
We will stop you. It's to the tune of Queen's We Will Rock You.
A new song coming up.
Feel free to sing along, but you'll all know the chorus. It's pretty easy. We will stop you, so you can just do that if you want. Shall we give it a go? And I know there's someone else here that may want to sing a song. In a moment, Tina, if you want to sing a song, come round here in the mic. But let's try this one. We will stop you.
Great atmosphere down here this morning.
It starts off with the name.
Lots of noise, lots of singing.
If I've still got a voice, I'll try and lead you. So, we want boom, boom, clap. Santos, Woodside, Beach Energy, violent criminals, fuel by greed. We'll get in your face, you big disgrace, waving out banners all over the place. We will stop you, criminals.
Hi Christine, hi Kay. Hope you're singing along at home.
for you. It's on the same side. Which side are you on? The side of them in there, planning the destruction of the planet? Or the side of us here all got up really extra early before work and everything else we have to do today to make a stand, to not be bystanders? So I'm going to hand over to Tina Namo. She's going to lead us in a song. Which side are you on? Okay.
Hi, Alison. Hi, Kay.
Okay. Which side are you on? 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 Time to turn the tide, nowhere else to hide. Which side are you on? Which side are you on? Fossil fuels must end, the planet cannot mend. Don't wait too long, it's time to be strong. So, which side are you on? 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 Everybody now, which side are you on? Which side are you on? Which side are you on? Which side are you on?
Wow, wow, fantastic from Tina. Absolutely great. I think we're going to have.
Well, I think we're going to move in a minute. Thanks, Tina. We're just waiting for a bit of news for what's happening on the other side. So just stand your ground and maybe just have a little rest and let's have a couple of minutes silence and think about why we're all here today. It's time to just take some deep breaths. You need to sit down and get out of the sun. You can do that.
And we have our fabulous chalking going on. Think of the future generations. Well, climate change certainly does kill. So a few more things to say whilst we've got a little lull in the chanting. End fossil fuels now. One of our
So these barricades can just stay in place for who knows what. Maybe keeping those criminals inside there, maybe. But we are all leaving here, so rise up, rise up.
Going to have a little bit of change of plan.
Now,
Even I don't know what's happening right now. Right, so we're moving. So messages today. End fossil fuels now. And I think there's no doubt that we are in an emergency that is being fueled by coal, oil and gas. To reach net zero, we must end our dependence on fossil fuels. We need radical action now. There's no more. Ending fossil fuels will protect air, water and land, slowing the trajectory of climate breakdown along with ending the injustices perpetrated by the fossil fuel industry. And many people say, well, you know, what about jobs? A lot of this is about jobs. We hear jobs and growth all the time, but you don't have to grow in a dying industry. So ending fossil fuels means ending the fossil fuel industry. No more conferences, no more fancy dinners, no more sponsorships, no more fossil fuel executives, no more social consent, no more political donations, and no more government subsidies, no more greenwashing, sports washing, and other bribes for social license. Santos has funded the Tour Down Under bicycle race. That is sports washing. And how ironic. So, XRSA is moving. And there we are. We have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, at least 23 police left standing with their barrier and their paddy wagons. So I'm just going to have a little quick walk around to, I suspect, the other door of the conference centre. So, pretty quiet Monday morning in Adelaide. To school holidays, I think. Is it? Yes, to still school holidays. So, let's take the quick route. Oh. I think we have possibly a couple of conference attenders there going up. So we are progressing down North Terrace, heading west, and come with me and let's see. Lovely crowd of banners ahead. A lot of noise happening. Let's see, I could see some people in fluoro vests up on the bridge. So, this morning, just for those of you that might be catching up, we are at Adelaide Convention Centre at the moment, outside the Convention Centre on North Terrace, because inside, starting off now, is the Asia Pacific Oil and Gas Conference. The Society of Petroleum Engineers are holding a conference right now. And yeah, we got plenty more police here as anticipated, and we're not happy with this. They're trying to sustain the dying industry. Right now, they should be looking about how to wind it up as quickly as possible, not try and drag every last bit of coal, every drop of oil out of the ground. So we have a lift up there, and here we are. Oh, here we have some, looks like some conference delegates here who are taking off their badges to come by. They should have chosen a better career. Right, we're now at the western door of the conference centre, and Channel 7 so and there being some conference attenders are being taken round to the other door that we've just vacated. Never mind. Wow. Wow. And which side are you on? Let's hope you're on the right side of history. Decarbonise, the climate cannot compromise. And you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, probably another 20 or 30 police this side too. I don't know if you can hear me over all this. We're certainly making our presence felt here. Certainly a fabulous amount of noise. Just seen brave rebel Mark glued on at the door and removed, and then another rebel almost managed to get herself glued on but was dragged away. The conference is now happening inside. We have the Minister for Energy, South Australia, Koutsantonis, has been inside making the opening address. Lots happening. Our would-be gluer is over there. Doesn't look as if they're being taken away any further. We will find out later. Again, watch this XRSA space. Tour Down Under. Break away from gas. That is because currently Santos is a major sponsor of the Tour Down Under cycling race. Tennis Australia dropped Santos, so can the cycling drop Santos. Got some chalking. Conference for Climate Criminals. Hi Sally. Thank you so much for your lovely, lovely words. It really does give us encouragement. It's a fantastic turnout today. The noise is quite overwhelming, and for sure, I can see lots of delegates inside. The conference attenders will be hearing this. They are currently through that doorway. I don't think we have got them inside, getting ready to go into their sessions, all about sustaining a dying industry. Hi Bev. And too much reflection. Here today. And we have our lovely media spokesperson down here. They're giving a talk to Channel 7 right now. That's Chris, our media spokes. On the Morford Street Bridge. And here we have Mark, who was just glued on outside the doors. We've got the police liaison, we've got the legal observers and the police. No doubt, I would imagine they're talking through Mark's options, what's going to happen next, what could happen, and what the police are going to decide to do. check in on that again later. I'm not sure if it's being arrested. And there's Shane, who is down there with Chris, our other wonderful live streamer. So hopefully you are getting both these live streams at the moment. It's been I'm going to go back into the fray to let you see what's happening. There's another door. That's what we're asking. No more climate lies. Turnout from the uni students. Let's go and see how Mark is. Now got Channel 9. Woof.
But right now we are facing climate breakdown. In Pakistan, 30 million people were displaced. That was one event in one country. We are just at the beginning of this crisis.
Over the next 3 days, what types of action will you be taking?
We have actions every day from the morning onwards. It's morning briefings. We'll also be having spaces where people can devise their own actions, and we've got a lot of surprises in store as well.
Already we've seen a number of activists that have been taken away by police. Can you tell me why that's the case?
They have done that because they've stepped into their climate courage to say no to fossil fuels. They're people of good conscience who are stepping into resistance. There'll be more and more people who are doing this over the coming days.
Okay, what's your warning then for the people who are running this conference?
The warning is to expect disruption. We are prepared to disrupt day after day to do what is necessary to end the fossil fuel industry. This must happen. We cannot have any new oil and gas projects. Thank you.
That was a wonderful Chris. So lots of messages. Oh. Lots of messages on the bridge. Chalking. Conference of Climate Criminals. Not sure what's happened there. Can't see who that is. Oh. Not sure why she has just been taken away. I'm just wondering, Ian, do you know why that last rebel was taken away?
Yeah, my lay down in front of the doors and they're not standing for anybody getting in front of the doors.
Okay, right. So the lovely rebel Mai lay down in front of the doors and the police are not having any of that. They don't want anybody blocking the doors. Although not a lot of people are actually running the gauntlet here to come through. I'll go back round the other way to have a look at that. A lot of traffic coming by now. What's the time? 8:30 in Adelaide right now. So peak traffic. And I know for people in Sydney and so on will probably laugh at the fact that this is our peak traffic, but still. Every time the door opens. Right.
That's Extinction. We're here in opposition to the fanatical extremists inside who would have
Robin giving a speech. Right, we're now having a die-in. And a call to die.
Slowly move. You're just going to keep the footpath clear. Keep wriggling. Thank you. Bit further. Keep going. Oh, that's fine. As long as there's a clear walkway, we're happy. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's it. Thank you, mate. Good man.
Hi, Anna. Welcome to an Extinction die-in. What we're looking forward to? Death. No life on a dead planet. And the more fossil fuels are dug up and burnt, the longer the fossil fuel industry is sustained, limping along, despite limping, making massive profits for some people. The longer that goes on, the greater the climate emergency will come. Eerily quiet after all the singing and chanting. But a little bit of space now to say why we're here. Somewhere I can stand so I don't get moved on by the police. Although now traffic noise taking over. Still got our banners out the front here. Traffic building up. We're here at the Adelaide Convention Centre, the western part of the convention centre, and we're here because inside, right just the other side of those doors in the hall there, is the opening session for the Asia Pacific Oil and Gas Conference. And this is being put on by the Association of Petroleum Engineers. Oh, sorry. And yeah, I see a few of them in there, happily getting their registration right through, I can't even see that doorway there. Major sponsor is unsurprisingly Santos. Major partner, sadly, is the state government of South Australia. And state government has declared a climate emergency, so why on earth are they allowing this conference to even take place? Well, mainly, a lot of the reason will be because of the social license gained by the greenwashing. They are beautiful music by Dave McAvoy, one of our lovely rebels, who is also a composer, musician. So, this conference, they're trying to make out that they are seeing how they can be a wonderful, sustainable, clean industry into the future, which is impossible. Their technology is flawed. Carbon capture just does not work. So why? Hi, ACTXR, lovely to have you on. So why the fossil fuel industry are persisting in trying to maintain their hopefully soon to be irrelevance? Fossil fuel companies are making record profits, meanwhile everyday people are paying the cost. Be that in rebuilding after climate disasters, through loss of taxed profits, and with our lives. Currently Victoria has now got horrendous floods happening. New South Wales has had endless floods this year. Queensland has been drenched and flooded. emissions from fossil fuels cause permanent deaths and, well, premature deaths. All death is permanent, sorry about that. Premature deaths and myriad health complaints throughout the world. And it is not just our own country that we are fearful for. Around the world, we're standing in solidarity with the people of Pakistan who have unimaginable tragedies of the floods that have been happening there. Hi Mike, thanks for joining. Currently, consumers pay exorbitant prices for fossil fuel energy, whilst fossil companies pay little or no tax. It cannot go on. It is not sustainable. They can't conference themselves into a sustainable industry. And as you can see, when people come together, great things can be achieved. Trying to go around. Lots of cameras out today. We're all trying not to cross each other. As we can see, there are many police here today. They've been around the east side, they're here at the west side, and by taking action against non-violent activists, the state is siding with the fossil fuel companies. So which side do you want to be on? So, I've just dropped all my paperwork. Excuse the bad visuals whilst I pick up my paper. It's all part of live streaming.
We are
So,
fast track to climate disaster. And this is not fiction or exaggeration. It is what science tells us will result from our current energy policies. We are on a pathway to global warming of more than double 1.5 degree limit of in Paris.
this is Antonio Guterres'
Government and business
speech,
leaders are saying one thing
United
between
Nations.
another. Simply put, they are lying. The results will be catastrophic. Climate activists are sometimes depicted as dangerous radicals. But the truly dangerous radicals are the countries that are increasing the production of fossil fuels. Investing in new fossil fuel infrastructure is moral and economic madness. We owe a debt to young people, civil society, and indigenous communities for sounding the alarm and holding leaders accountable. We need to build on their work to create a grassroots movement that cannot be ignored. If you care about justice and our children's future, I am appealing directly to you. Demand that renewable energy is introduced now at speed and at scale. Demand an end to coal-fired power. Demand an end to all fossil fuel subsidies.
Hi Isabella. Hi Hannah. I think the noise is going to start again. Here we go. XRSA's Samba Rebellion. Anything that makes a noise, we'll bang on it. security. We have 30 police officers guarding the doors. So what do we want? End fossil fuels now. Oh, and there you go. So that end all new fossil fuel projects, regardless of stage of progress. Just stop it. We need no more new projects. Another message, we pay for their greed. Fossil fuel companies are making record profits. Meanwhile, everyday people are paying the cost. And we want deeds, not words. Wanna have a chat? And here we are. Whoever wants to have a go first. Shall we move a little bit further down? Go and have a few words with Peter. Oh, another 3 cops, so that makes it 33 that are actually out here. Oh, we come round this way and then hi, should be alright here. So, okay, let me get a look at you and I'll hold this and you can have a chat. So Peter, fantastic morning.
Fantastic. The energy here, just that sense of being together and saying that's it, we've had enough. We can't do this anymore. We need to end the fossil fuel industry. You know, they're not in there talking about a just transition. They're not in there talking about a transition at all. And we know that we need to stop all new projects. We actually just can't have any more. So I've got kids, I've got a stepson who's 17 and I've got a 9 and a 7-year-old, and you know, I look at what they are going to have to face and witness. You know, the fact that more than our entire country in Pakistan is right now flooded, they're displaced. Do you know, like, my kids are not going to be immune to that. And I just, as a mum, I think you like feel for those families who are just able to do nothing. And here we are, our government, my government, is here supporting this industry.
So what's your message for all the... I saw some very young people going inside, some delegates. They, you know, they came to the steps a bit further away from where we are now, and, you know, I thought, well, poor things. They looked very nervous. Before they ventured further, they took their lanyards off. They were clearly worried about what was going to happen to them. So what message do you have to these young people who are in the petroleum engineering industry?
Yeah, look, firstly, you know, we are absolutely non-violent. We won't hurt you, but we are worried, and we will keep telling you that the industry that you're getting yourself into is one is not just dying, but it's killing us. It's killing us, and we need to have your incredible intelligence. You don't get into petroleum engineering because, yeah, without super skills, and we need you to put those skills to use for saving our planet, for saving our society.
Okay, great, thank you. Thanks for having a chat. Let's go and have a walk down here again. And now something that Peter mentioned and I've been wanting to talk about is a just transition. Plenty of critics say, well, you know, what about all the workers? There are whole regions that live on coal. What are they going to do? What about their families? It's all right for us saying no more new coal. But what we are saying is a just transition, which is, you can't see the whole of it, but that banner says a just transition for workers. We don't want people to be kicked out of a job and left to flounder. We want organised, planned, funded transition from being a fossil fuel fossil fuel industry worker into other jobs in green, sustainable businesses. We want the money that is being put into subsidise the fossil fuel industry to go into creating new industries. We want more sustainable energy being supported by government instead of the fossil fuel industry. We want everybody to have jobs. We're not looking for mass unemployment. We want a just transition for workers. More lovely talking here. This COP is on track for 3 degrees. Great report just released this week talking about what's going to happen to plant life if we reach 2 degrees. Horrendous, absolutely horrendous. So 3 degrees is unthinkable. It's just unimaginable. Lots of noise, lots of energy still going on. Lots of bored-looking police officers as well. I think they've had enough. Back up here. Hi, Paulo. Hello, thank you for joining us. Get into the thick of it again in a minute. Right now, we've got all the fossil fuel executives, workers. I can see them milling about inside. The engineers staying in Adelaide from many different countries. Large number of delegates are coming in. They're trying to. Cops couldn't get out the door there. And they're having a 3-day conference here. And we're Extinction Rebellion, and we refuse to be bystanders. And we're here to disrupt the Asia Pacific Oil and Gas Conference, which I think we're making our presence felt. We're here in solidarity with the First Nations people across Australia and the globe who are treated with contempt by our oil and gas industry that fails to consult appropriately with traditional owners, as proven recently in the Tiwi Island successful court case against Santos. And all the usual suspects. Sure if you've heard any of that. I just realised my microphone dropped off. So we're outside the conference, inside a Santos, Woodside Energy, Chevron, Beach Energy, Shell, Halliburton, plus companies from Indonesia, Malaysia, China, Japan, Thailand. Even the Kuwait oil company is here inside. And because of the reflections, we can't actually see the people. There's plenty of people in there. So we're here too. And one of the hot topics for the conference are carbon capture storage, CCS, which has been proven not to work, but is being promoted by Santos as the way forward. that they can keep on digging up gas because they're going to put all this CO2 underground. It is not work. It's not going to happen. It is a lie. Great banner. Of direct messaging for direct action. I think that's clearly visible from inside the conference. Message: we don't want you here. What we do want is clear action on climate change. Definite action, not setting a carbon emissions reduction target, which is totally negated by the opening up of new oil and gas projects. It's just a nonsense. Green power going by there. Which side are you on? Fossil fuels across the earth. And it's just transition for workers. So, outside Adelaide Convention Centre, we're at the western end. We're on the Morford Street Bridge, and we are making a noise. And our noise is for the people inside right now. Hi Jeremy and hi Mike. Welcome, welcome. We're making this noise for the people inside, just the other side of those doors there, who are having a conference to celebrate petroleum engineering, Asia Pacific Oil and Gas Conference. And they will argue that they're trying to make things better, how to operate in a carbon reduced environment and so on. But in fact, what is happening is it's a whole load of greenwashing. They're trying to sustain a dying industry and extract not only oil and gas, but extract as much money out of that whilst paying little or no tax. Do you want to have a chat, Chris? Yep. Going to find a little quiet spot to have a chat with Media Chris. I must say, it's quite exhausting. It's high energy, but goodness me, that takes a lot. Yeah. I'm not.
The noise here is unbelievable.
It is quite amazing noise, and then we've got the traffic noise, which normally is our enemy, but it's actually quieter than the rebels today. Chris, have a chat.
Hi Izzy, hi everyone. So yeah, as you probably know, we're here at the Asia Pacific Oil and Gas Conference. This is a technical conference for people like engineers and workers in the industry. In case you didn't know, this is not the first conference that's going to be happening in the next 12 months. Next year, the APEA conference with all the oil and gas lobbyists are going to be meeting in Adelaide, which is kind of ridiculous, right? Because we declared, the South Australian government, as Susan Close said, recognised truth and did it for the young people. They declared a climate emergency. But what's happening is, actually, you're getting caught. Oh, no, it's all right. Cool. They declared a climate emergency, and now they are the principal sponsor for this event. If you look up the event page and scroll down to the bottom, you will literally see South Australian government, our convention centre, supporting this conference. Tom Koutsantonis, one of the people who's driving us to climate collapse and knowing his driving record that's not particularly great, and Madeleine King, the Federal Resource Minister, are in the conference now welcoming all these people from the fossil fuel industry into South Australia. So if you're watching this and you're from interstate and you think, well, South Australia, isn't that a renewable energy powerhouse? Yeah, but we've also got a big problem. We've got a government that is partially captured by the fossil fuel industry here. Give you a really egregious example. Our Premier, Peter Malinowskis, his brother is the head of government relations at Santos. Now, I'm not suggesting there's the close ties between the fossil fuel industry and Parliament. Literally, the brother of the Premier, it's unbelievable, right? The government has a special agreement with Santos, the main sponsor for today's event. Special agreement where they get, different company ownership laws that Santos were lobbying for ages. Santos got that in return. They give a little bit of money to all the things that we love in South Australia, like the Tour Down Under or the Museum of Economic Botany at the Botanic Gardens. So we're going to be here. We're going to be here day after day. If you're watching this, come down. There's going to be a range of different actions beyond what you're seeing this morning. And you can have a say. We're going to have a bit of a People's Assembly a little bit later, and people will be able to give input about, where we go to next and what we do. If you can't make it today, there are morning briefings, 7:30 a.m. on the southern side of the Adelaide Oval footbridge. There's details on under our events. So be there, right? Don't be a bystander. So David King, former chief advisor for the UK government, says that we've got, 2 to 3 years to really do something about this, to determine the fate of humanity. It's that serious, and that's why people are stepping up here today. So so don't be a bystander. Get out here, right? This is not a game. We're not fucking around. I hate to swear and I hate to be aggressive, and but it's really it's terrifying. And I'm sure if you're watching this, you feel that too, right? You would have seen all the floods in Pakistan and the fact that 30 million people were displaced, right? And you would be concerned. Turn your concern into action. At the very least, you'll feel a lot better, because I know the people here certainly do. Especially with the energy today, it's over the top. Maybe I'll also just add that we've had several people who've glued on to the front of the building this morning, and what they've done is they've been removed by police, and they've been giving a warning to cease loitering. All right, so that was Mark, and there was Anna. you know, all fabulous Extinction rebels, and you can join them too, so get out here today. And thanks so much, Izzy, you're doing a great job. Well, I'm sure you're doing a great job. I'll watch it later.
Yeah, who knows with so much noise. And thank you, Chris, that's great. So get down here. Plenty going on now. Tomorrow, the next day, 7:30, southern end of the footbridge. My battery is just about to go flat, so I'm going to finish this stream, get out my battery pack, and we'll be going again. Okay, cheers, thanks. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. We are back at the Adelaide Convention Centre on Ghana land, stolen land of the Ghana people, the custodians of this land. And I want to acknowledge their custodianship and their leaders past and present. So, Extinction Rebellion South Australia. We were here this morning making a lot of noise, in force. We've had a break, some sustenance. Ooh. And why are we here? There's beautiful music at Adelaide Convention Centre. Western Building, Morford Street. Well, we're here because inside right now is the lunchtime for the Asia Pacific Oil and Gas Conference. It is being put on by the Asia Pacific Petroleum Engineers Organisation. And we really don't think they should be here. South Australia is a leader in renewable energies, clean, green energy. We even export some energy that we produced from renewable sources. Our state government, as soon as they got into change of the election, they declared a climate emergency. Sadly, they are also a major partner with the fossil fuel industry in this conference. And we are saying, get out of town, we don't want you here. We want an end to fossil fuels. Also, inside, of course, is a large presence of Santos. They are a major sponsor of this conference. And they're having sessions spruiking up their carbon capture scheme. And I think we're joined by David Attenborough by the sound of it.
We are already in trouble. The stability we all depend on is breaking. This story is one of inequality as well as instability. Today, those who've done
people trying to get in
cause this problem are being the hardest hit. ultimately all of us will feel the impact, some of which are now unavoidable. Is this how our story is due to end?
Some young petroleum engineers
the smartest species
entering the conference.
By that all too human characteristic of failing to see the bigger picture in pursuit of short-term goals. The emergency climate comes down to a single number: the concentration of carbon in our atmosphere. The people alive now are the generation to come.
Welcome,
We'll
Sally.
look at this conference and consider one thing. Did that number stop rising and start to drop as a result of commitments made here? That desperate hope is why the world is looking to you and why you are here.
Message from Sir David Attenborough. And we're off. Making noise for the planet. Delegates are having their lunch in this, somewhere around here in this hall, and we just want to make sure that they know we're here and we don't agree with what's going on inside. A whole lot of greenwashing. What they're really doing is trying to see how they can drag out a dying industry which has no place even existing anymore. I think we've got back again about, I don't know how many police. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, good 30 odd, over 30 police here guarding the doors. We had the same this morning. Hi Cheryl, thanks for joining us. Another delegate coming in. Having to show welcome, Scott. Hi. Valerie, thanks for joining us. Very noisy, so I'm not saying very much, but hi Susan. I think all these chalkings said all. Which side are you on is what we're chanting right now. And I think this one is particularly pertinent. You'll burn with us. So the question is, are you a bystander or are you going to take action? It's been proven through history that non-violent civil disobedience has the power to affect change, to change policy, to change governments. It's time for everybody to take part. Keep it in the ground. The conference going on inside this building, where they're now having lunch, is not about keeping it in the ground. It's about how they can extract more, every last drop of oil and gas out of the earth and burn it. Listen to the experts, not greedy dollar makers. our friends in blue are being entertained.
What do you reckon?
Others not so. Ghanaland.
No more oil. Keep the carbon in the soil. No more gas. No more oil. Keep the carbon in the soil. No more gas. No more oil. Keep the carbon in the soil and decarbonize. Science cannot compromise. Decarbonize. Science cannot compromise.
Okay, I'm back live. My phone cut out for some reason. Signal went a bit wonky. So, welcome back. Adelaide Convention Centre. Asia Pacific Oil and Gas Conference. Lunchtime inside, fun time outside. On Ghana land, stolen, never ceded. Little bit of negotiation going on. So, which side are you on? Which side of history?
Which side are you on? 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 Which side are you on?
Another climate criminal just went into the conference. Police, I think, are objecting to peaceful protests. People are just sitting down, not blocking a door. They're not using this door. They're not stopping anybody getting in. But apparently that's not allowed. Hi, Natalia. Very noisy here. Sebastian, hi. We're here to send a message to the petroleum and oil and gas engineers.
Is everyone up for it? We will stop you. I don't know if I've got a voice left. Feel free to join in. You've got your thumb sheet. The chorus is pretty easy. Let's have that beat. Boom, boom, bam. Not too fast. That's it. Boom, boom. Good, lovely. Keep it going. Love it. Santa's roadside beach energy. Climate criminals fueled by greed will get in your face, you big disgrace, waving our banners all over the place. We will stop you, criminals. We will stop you, criminals. Santa's origin chevron show. Your prophets lead us to hell. You'll get in your face, you big disgrace, spreading your lies all over.
We will stop you, criminals. We will stop you, criminals.
We were here this morning to greet delegates as they arrived on the east side of the convention centre and the west side of the convention centre, making a lot of noise, clearly to be heard inside, to make it known that South Australia has declared a climate emergency. Australia federal government has declared a climate emergency. There is no room for the going ahead with new fossil fuel projects, making more, ripping more out of the ground. We need to wind down what we have. Hope they're enjoying their lunch in there. We had a lovely lunch. Rebellion. And we don't want fossil fuel workers, industry workers to be unemployed, because that's often the argument. Oh, all those people will be out of job, they'll all be unemployed, what's going to happen? What's going to happen is a just transition for all fossil fuel workers, all industry workers. We need new jobs, we need clean energy jobs, we need a clean energy industry. South Australia has been leading the way in this. We need that nationally. We do not.
It's not nice to go to jail. It's not nice to
Somebody's losing their words. Let's go here.
There are nicer ways to do it, but the nice ways always fail. It isn't nice, it isn't nice. You told us once, you told us twice. But if that's the planet's price, we don't mind. It isn't nice to carry banners or sit upon the floor or shout protect the planet at the hotel and the store. It isn't nice, it isn't nice. You told us once, you told us twice. But if that's the planet's price, we don't mind. We have tried negotiations, letters and climate strikes, but the gas and oil giants keep doing what they like. Now you ways are nice when we knew we're set on ice. But if that's the planet's price, we don't mind. Isn't it nice to block the doorway? It isn't nice to go to jail. There are nicer ways to do it, but the nice ways always fail. It isn't nice, but thanks for your advice. Cause if that's the planet's price, we don't mind. It isn't nice to block the doorway. It isn't nice to go to jail. There are nicer ways to do it, but the nice ways always fail. It isn't nice, you told us once, you told us twice. But if that's the planet's price, we don't mind, we don't mind.
Excellent bit of work there. Thank you, Kate. Woohoo. Champion. Champion.
Who wants it? We could sing We Shall Not Be Moved, because we shan't. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved, just like a tree that's standing by the water's edge. We shall not be moved. Black and white together, we shall not be moved. Black and white together, we shall not be moved, just like a tree that's standing by the water's edge. We shall not be moved. Stand and fight together, we shall not be moved. Stand and fight together, we shall not be moved, just like a tree that's standing by the water. We shall not be moved.
We shall not be moved. We could just hear that some police discussions going on about the number of resources being used. So I think they want to move us.
Black and white together, we cannot be moved just like a tree that's standing by the waterside. We cannot be moved. Young and old together, we cannot be moved. Young and old together, we cannot be moved like a tree that's standing by the waterside. We shall not be moved.
Have you got your short speech to read again? Your short speech? Oh, even the little one. Yeah, just to mix it up. Or do you want to talk to... Would you like to talk to camera, Robin? Just a few words?
Yes.
What do I do? Yeah, just like...
Oh yeah. Well, do you want to go somewhere else? Very noisy, it's very crazy, but it's all good.
Maybe move down a bit and have a few words with Robin.
It's been a pretty awesome day here. It's been really energetic and really noisy, really angry, but also full of hope. I mean, we're all just here because we know that this industry is, disrupting the planet, disrupting life on Earth as we know it. So we want to disrupt right back at these people inside. We think the time for the oil and gas industry to start planning for its demise is well and truly here. But instead what they're doing in there is thinking up ways to inject life into a dying industry and keep continuing to make mega profits. So we won't accept that. We're not going away. We refuse to be bystanders while all that's happening. And that's why we're here, and that's why we'll keep coming out to events like this, because they do not have social license to be continuing their industry.
Thank you, Robin. That was just superb. It's always good to have another voice rather than me just blethering on the whole time. Going down to noisy again. I'm just wondering if the police, they've got some little, well, they're going to start singing along with us. I think they've got some word sheets there. They're thinking about it. Hi, Nancy. Mary would say hi back, but she's involved with the police right now. I'll pass it on. Just been supplied earplugs by one of the officers, handing them out.
Decarbonise. CCS is a pack of lies. Decarbonise. CCS is a pack of lies. Decarbonise. CCS is a pack of lies.
I think this is my favourite drum. Arnott's Biscuit Tin.
Extinction! 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 No more gas, no more oil. Keep the carbon in the soil. No more gas, no more oil. Keep the carbon in the soil. No more gas, no more oil. Keep the carbon in the soil. No more gas, no more oil. Keep the carbon in the soil. No more gas, no more oil. Keep the carbon in the soil. No more gas, no more oil. Keep the carbon in the soil. Extinction! 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 Which side are you on? 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 Which side are you on?
Hi Gemma, thanks for joining us. Spread it around, let people know. Extinction Rebellion South Australia is here live at the Adelaide Convention Centre because we are entertaining conference delegates who are currently at lunch, and we're the lunchtime entertainment because the conference is the Asia Pacific Oil and Gas Conference of Petroleum Engineers, Asia Pacific Petroleum Engineers. Delegates from many countries are joining us here. I hope they like the Adelaide welcome. I'll get a little bit closer to the action. I just stopped to have a drink. Thirsty work here. Sun's come out. Oh, we've got a sergeant with us now.
CCS to the back of line. CCS to the back of line.
I think they're formally being asked to move, and they don't want to. They are not blocking a door. We are not blocking the pathway. Plenty of room to walk through. I've just done it. And the conference delegates are going in a door further down here. And there are plenty of other conference doors being used. Non-violent, peaceful, civil disobedience. Being asked to move, they're saying no. Oh! And I think we've got some enforcers coming here. One rebel has decided to move, which is fine. Pretty hard to hear what's being said.
Decarbonize. CCS in the pack of lies. Decarbonize. CCS in the pack of lies. Decarbonize. CCS in the pack of lies. Rebellion. 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 Rebellion.
Rebel Kate, they're trying to forcibly remove her. She is being escorted away. 2 down, 2 to go.
compromise. Decarbonize. Science cannot compromise. Decarbonize. Science cannot compromise. Decarbonize. Science cannot compromise.
Rebel is being invited to move on.
Are you on? Which side 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 are you on?
I think they've just been told if they fail to move, they will be arrested.
Which side are you on? 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 Which side are you on?
Free to rebel another day. Lucky last. Hi Chris. Glad you tuned in. Reading the formal words about asking her to move. When asked what would she like to do, she said she'd like to go into the conference. Otherwise, she's not moving. She's not under arrest, she's being cautioned. Very interesting, we have a police officer on the line with a starfish tattooed on her wrist. I wonder if she realises how at risk starfish are with the rising temperatures of the oceans. But, you know, so which side? Hi Rosie.
Extinction! 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 We're on the right side of history. They're the climate criminals.
We first came down to the conference centre at 7:30 this morning. Held space for a number of hours, noisily disrupting the conference. We had a little respite, had some wonderful food cooked by rebels, regrouped, and we're back for the lunch break of the climate criminals inside. And one of the climate lies is carbon capture. It is utter rubbish. Santos are inside going to hold sessions on CCS, how they are going to be using it to try to mitigate the effects of all their gas works, mining, digging up extraction. So keep, then it can't be burnt and increase the carbon dioxide content in the atmosphere.
In the ground, keep it in the ground. Lot of talk about sustainability at this conference. The only way this industry can be sustainable is if it ends. Keep it in the ground. 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 Many engineering students here too, with compassion and respect, we ask them to consider their career pathways and whether they really want to be part of an industry promoting death, or whether they could maybe think of some other career options promoting life.
There is a whole program going to be on for the conference for teachers, high school teachers, science teachers, to encourage students to take up petroleum engineering as a career. They're encouraging students to go into a dead industry, and if that industry doesn't die, the planet as we know it will. The planet will still be here, but life will be depleted. Plant life, animal life.
Just great. Hey everybody, look, we might take another break. That was lunch, and we'll be back for the afternoon coffee break.
Hi Anna, lovely to see you. Wish you were here.
The flags and the banners up, and pack them up in the trolley, and we'll head back down to the shade, down by the river.
I think that's a cue for a song, Down by the River, somewhere. Okay, so that was our entertainment for the conference delegates for their lunch break. They'll be now heading off into more exciting sessions, all about sustaining the fossil fuel industry. So we had a little bit of fun, a little bit of excitement, a lot of noise. So I'll be signing off now, because I can't see him in the sun. So, hope you're okay, Anna, and your hand's okay. But I'm just about to sign off. But there will be more. So everybody keep an eye on the XRSA Facebook page for live feeds. There will be more coming later today, Tuesday and Wednesday. So see you back.